September 2025 was a month like no other. In one corner, you had Kai Cenat locked away in his multi-million-dollar mansion, putting on a masterclass in streaming.
One that I gotta do, I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but Mafiathon 3 is like...
While Speed for 35 days straight was on a wild, unpredictable tour across America.
This is the Speed Does America Tour bus, baby.
Today we're going to see who really won. The king of Twitch who turned every second into a historic fortune? Or the unpredictable showman who took his show on the road? And in this video we're breaking it all down. The money, the viewers, the records, and the controversies. Mafiathon 3 wasn't just some stream, it was the grand finale of a trilogy, what Kai himself called the final chapter.
Man, so this is really the last Mafiathon?
The last one.
Last one ever.
Ever.
It kicked off on September 1st, 2025 with a simple plan, a 30-day 24/7 subathon broadcast from a massive luxury mansion. But the goal was anything but simple. Hit 1 million active Twitch subscribers, a number the platform had never seen before, with the closest being more than 250,000 subs away. This event had the craziest guest list of all time. One day, Kai's hosting a Love Island-style dating show with Lala Anthony. The next, he's getting guitar lessons from the Jonas Brothers. We saw appearances from Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey, Keke Palmer, Selena Gomez, Ice Spice, and Ed Sheeran, turning every single day into its own viral event. The guest list was surreal for a Twitch stream, feeling less like a creator collab and more like the Grammys. But what made Mafiathon 3 even crazier was a single crucial rule that heightened the tension: the timer. Kai implemented a countdown clock for Mafiathon 3. The only way to keep the stream alive was through subs. Each sub, whether gifted or bought, added 3 seconds to the timer. If the clock hit 0, the entire event would end on the spot. Doesn't seem too crazy, right? But Mafiathon 3 was built around one epic promise. If the community could get him to that 1 million subs goal, the grand prize would be seeing the GOAT. Le Daddy, come on set for the finale to cut off Kai's dreads. And it worked, although there were close calls. On September 28th, Kai finally reached his goal, officially becoming the first streamer in history to blow past 1 million active subs. The final count peaked at over 1.1 million. The finale itself, fueled by the hype, pulled in over 1 million concurrent viewers, a personal best for Kai, and a number that starts to rival major TV broadcasts. Over the 30 days, Mafiathon 3 racked up an estimated 82.5 million watch hours, making Kai the most watched streamer on the planet for September. By every metric, Mafiathon 3 was a new benchmark for what creators could do on Twitch. While Kai was hosting an all-star roster of guests, Speed went in the exact opposite direction. On August 28th, just before Mafiathon 3 started, Speed kicked off his own marathon event, Speed Does America. The idea was simple: a 35-day 24/7 IRL stream while traveling across the United States and meeting different celebrities along the way.
Welcome to Speed Does America. Now enjoy the show and look at the tour bus.
It was an unfiltered adventure that would span across more than 25 states, and knowing who Speed is, the tone was completely different from Kai's event. It was messy and totally unpredictable. One of the most talked about moments happened early on, when Speed streamed his visit to Chicago's O Block, a neighborhood known for its history of gang violence. The stream, which had Speed doing a backflip in the street while a crowd formed, went viral. It was a mix of excitement and genuine worry from fans who thought he was putting himself in danger.
What's good, everybody?
And unlike Kai's scheduled A-list guests, Speed's collabs felt way more spontaneous. He met up with Mr. Beast, YouTube's biggest creator for a video collab, and even did business on the fly, going live with Jinxie to announce they'd be co-hosting a huge $100,000 Fortnite tournament later that month. Speed's strategy was fundamentally different. He wasn't bringing the world to his mansion, he was bringing his world to the masses, one city at a time. Every stop was a chance for a viral clip. Whether he was arm wrestling strangers, trying weird local food, or getting mobbed by stream snipers. Unlike Kai, Speed decided to stream on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Speed got 1 million subs on a bus. Meanwhile, I'm here begging for 1 sub. Hit that subscribe button before I start barking, bro. Don't make me do it. Now back to the video. This is where the debate really heats up. When you compare Mafiathon 3 and Speed Does America, you'd think Kai blew Speed out of the water.
Kai, people discredit each other's shit, but they great in their own ways. Kai bring people together. Streamer you bring people together. Mafiathon, he bringing all these celebrities from worlds you wouldn't normally see together on his platform. Speed travels, he shows the world, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're living, experiencing the world through his lens, like tourism, you know what I'm saying? It's just different ways of being great.
Let's start with the big one, the cash. For Kai Cenat, Mafiathon 3 was a financial home run, the likes of which the streaming world had never seen before. While the official numbers are private, widely reported estimates put his total earnings for the 30-day event in the jaw-dropping range of $19 to $21 million. So how is that even possible? Well, first, you have the subs. At over 1.1 million subs, even with a standard 50-50 split with Twitch, that's a huge number. But as a top partner, Kai has a better deal, a 70-30 split, putting his take from subs alone between $4 and $5.5 million. But that's not even the biggest part. The real money came from ads. Based on industry standards, Kai's incredible 82.5 million watch hours could have translated into an estimated $13.5 million from ads alone. Add in big money sponsorships, YouTube clip revenue, and donations, and that $19 million figure starts to seem very real. Now let's look at Speed. His 35-day tour was a massive project, but his earnings show a different strategy. The most cited estimate for Speed's total earnings is around $6.6 million. Still an insane amount of money, but roughly a third of what Kai reportedly made. Speed's money came from more places, YouTube ad revenue, plus Twitch ads and subs from his simulcast. His model was less about squeezing every dollar out of every minute and more about just getting his name and face out there everywhere. So when it comes to money, it's a clear knockout victory for Kai Cenat, but that isn't the only thing this video is focused on, and this is where the story gets interesting and where Speed gets a major win. During September, while Kai was breaking subscriber records on Twitch, a report from Streams Charts pointed out that IShowSpeed's America Tour actually brought in more new followers across all platforms than Mafiathon 3 did. Let me explain. Kai gained more subs, which is a paid temporary status on Twitch. Speed, however, gained more permanent followers, people hitting the follow or subscribe button on YouTube and Twitch, growing his total audience for the long haul. While Kai was strengthening his bond with his existing fan base, Speed was casting a wider net across the whole internet. His real-world tour created endless viral clips for TikTok, X, and Instagram, acting like a giant month-long commercial that drew millions of new people to his brand. Kai made more money, but Speed became more popularity. When you get this big, you're gonna get haters, and both streamers definitely face some heat. The criticism they each got really reflects the different vibes of their events. For Kai Cenat, the criticism was about the subathon itself. Online, Mafiathon 3 was renamed Begathon, with people saying that the whole event was just an aggressive, over-the-top push for money. Kai's success also brought back the old debate about Twitch favoritism, with several streamers complaining that Twitch was pushing Kai heavily on the front page, while other creators have to fight for scraps of attention. That's not really a controversy Kai created himself, but it comes with the territory when you're the face of the platform. But while Kai's issues weren't mainly his fault, IShowSpeed's controversies were, of course, way more chaotic and usually due to his actions. Speed's whole brand is built on being edgy and unpredictable, and his tour delivered. His visit to O-Block in Chicago was a perfect example. It kicked off a huge debate online about whether creators have a responsibility to be safe, with thousands of fans worried he was taking things too far for content. Other moments on the tour led to tense situations and police getting involved, all broadcast live. For his critics, it was reckless, but for his fans, that's exactly why they watch. The impact of their strategies also shows us two different possible futures for streaming. Kai's Mafiathon 3 perfected the mega event model. He proved that with enough money, star power, and a clear goal, you can create a cultural moment that rivals mainstream TV, all inside the world of Twitch. He cemented his title as the undisputed king of that platform. Speed's impact, though, might be more forward-thinking. His successful stream on both YouTube and Twitch proved that a creator-first brand can be incredibly powerful. He showed that a loyal audience will follow the personality, not the platform. That kind of independence is a huge advantage in a media world that's always changing. He's not just a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber, he's IShowSpeed, and he exists wherever his fans are. So, after all the spectacle and all the chaos, who really won? The truth is, if you try to pick just one winner, you're kind of missing the point. They were playing two completely different games, and honestly, they both won. Kai Cenat became the face of Twitch. He set a clear historic goal and executed it perfectly. Financially, it's not even a competition. He shattered records for subs, viewership, and by all credible accounts, earnings. Mafiathon 3 will go down in history as the peak of what a subathon can be. But Speed took over the entire country, and while he earned a lot less, he gained more in long-term audience growth, pulling in new followers from every corner of the internet. He proved that a brand built on pure personality, one that isn't tied to a single platform, can be just as powerful, if not more durable. In the end, September 2025 showed us there are two clear paths to the top of the streaming world. You can build the most impressive castle anyone has ever seen, like Kai, or you can prove you can conquer any territory you set foot on, like Speed. They're both kings, they just rule different empires. That's my breakdown. Thanks for watching.